Welcome to the Beard Me That Beer podcast show. I'm David.
I'm also here. Sam. My name is Sam.
Hi here. How
Hi.
you doing?
My name's Dad.
How are you doing? And this is Poddeck Mini number 17. And we
Yeah.
have new Poddecks from Poddecks.com, the mobile app.
Oh, look at this. We're in the new century
So we're
now.
using
We're all
not-
teched up.
Cards. We're
Tech
using
deck. It is a tech deck.
a Poddeck mobile deck,
Bust that kickflip.
penis deck, app deck.
Why?
Dick, app dick, deck.
You scare me sometimes, David.
And we're doing musician interviews.
Why, David?
So this is a pod deck because.
Stupid.
Are you ready to interview some rock stars? Go backstage and interview any musician for zero to hero and find out what makes them tick. Curated by Mike Fellamley.
It's probably their heart.
Live from the Rock Room.
From what?
Live from the Rock Room, whatever that is.
So are we in the rock room right now?
No, we are in
Currently.
the Beard Me That Beer podcast headquarters.
AKA.
Which is also Beard
The
Me That Beer
bedroom.
YouTube headquarters.
Which is also.
The Beard Me That Beer streaming headquarters.
Which is also.
The Beard Me That Beer
Editor.
planning headquarters.
I was going to say the editor's room.
That is too. But yes, we're getting into musician interviews. Sam and I will answer each question, as many as we can do. Oh,
in the usual amount of time.
yeah, 30 minutes. Well,
Ish.
now it's
Now
not
it's
30
less.
minutes.
It's even less.
It's even less now.
We're losing time as we
It's
talk.
now going to be
gonna be-
28 minutes into right now. If you could book your ultimate music festival, who would your three headliners be?
Ah,
I would say Fall Out Boy, A Day to Remember, and DJ Tiesto.
can I piggyback on this?
Yes.
Okay. Say you had any say over their set.
No.
No?
I'll let them do whatever they
Oh,
want to
okay,
do.
fine. I was gonna say, like, what album would you want them to go
Not
through?
an album. No, I don't want them to do an
Play
album
the hits.
tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, play whatever they want to play.
Top three.
I was pretty quick on that one.
You were pretty quick.
mean,
it's like you looked at the question
I
earlier.
didn't look at this question.
I would say All Time Low,
Mm-hmm.
This Wildlife, just to put in some acoustic-y stuff. And I like them. And Britney Spears.
Because she's hopefully
she's
doing
got-
better now.
Yes.
That's an interesting lineup.
There's a weird.
Yeah.
I tried to like do some weird stuff
Headliners.
in
Would
it.
that be every night? 3 separate?
And this is assuming there are other bands and such to fill
in
out.
the 12 hours that it usually is.
So I would have to fill in the gaps to
or
make
would
that.
you have your headliners all on one night?
I would have them at the same time on
3
the same
separate
stage.
stages? Oh.
No, sharing a stage. Just I want it to be chaos.
Same crew or 3 separate?
They're sharing. It's
3
one
separate-
guy.
It's one
guy
guy, not
running
even a
lights,
crew.
audio.
Just the
Just-
audio,
yeah.
lights, and video,
Yeah.
and fog machines.
And I just want the
LED
whole time, no cameras on the artist, just on that guy
This
doing
would
his
literally
job.
be worse than Woodstock.
Just
99.
watching him have a mental meltdown.
He would just be like, "This is all I can do."
But
He's a pro.
but I want to.
he
Yeah.
wouldn't fucking.
I was like, I want a
yeah.
guy that really cares.
It should be
to
his
do it.
first year out of college or something.
Like they're like, okay,
don't fuck
this
up.
is your internship.
Yeah. Poor guy.
It's
All
the
right.
meltdown tour.
Next one.
Go
Who
ahead.
has mentored you or taught you the most about being a musician?
Mentor.
I would say the bands that I listened to.
Yeah, I mean, like,
No one might. I mean, I had a teacher, but they weren't.
I mean, if you're going that route, I would say,
They never
I guess,
really a mentor to me. They were like Jeff was a pretty good teacher,
yeah.
but he wasn't a mentor, and he didn't really make me a better clarinet player. But I think he made me a better musician. But at the time, I probably needed to be a better clarinet player than anything
Right.
because I'm just too young to understand the
Yeah,
musicality.
I think I. So you would say
The bands
you listen
I've listened to, especially because thanks to YouTube and thanks to computers.
Oh, that's
they're
something
like
I didn't think
more
about.
like they have to do these videos of them on tour or talking about their rigs.
All this behind the scenes kind of like...
the studio, the album, all that stuff. And they include that most of the time in some of their, if they do a DVD or whatever. But Jeff Rayden from, I think he's still the director at San Marcos High School. I don't know.
I don't know.
But he was a great teacher for his position he was put in.
Really cool guy. Yeah, I would say, like, I don't know. Every time I was in a position for like a mentor-like relationship, that was all like in high school and stuff. I've never really had anything like that since. Yeah. But yeah, it would probably be same guy.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge, especially for musicians too, like professional. Like, do they have a mentor?
I guess.
Like
I don't know. I feel like that's more of a thing when you're younger.
It's always like who do you look up to, not who mentored you.
Yeah, I would say more like who.
But we could be wrong.
Like what inspires
just don't know
you.
What we're talking about.
I mean, like I guess it depends too, like what level you're at. If you're like a seasoned professional and like you have like formal education for that kind of thing and all that or whatever.
I'm sure they all have like, oh, are you still doing lessons? And it's like, oh yeah, I like doing lessons. I'm sure there's professional musicians.
Yeah,
like
that's just not really our experience. That's
I just don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Oh, this is a good one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
Which format do you prefer to listen to music on? Streaming, CD, cassette, or vinyl?
Oh, this thing. What do you prefer?
We're 90s kids, so we barely got cassettes. Like barely.
I mean, like
enough to like own one, like a cassette player, and a cassette was very rare for a 90s born child. Their parents had cassettes for sure, and your car probably had one. But you didn't have like a cassette Walkman, did you?
I mean, I went through a couple.
Yeah,
I think I had a different. Yeah, I had a couple. I think my experience is a little different than yours. A big portion of my childhood was blank cassettes and making my own mixes and like recording stuff off the radio and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Am
I older than you? Yeah. No, not my car. Like my dad had like an old 80s jukebox.
I said your car. You're like, yeah. I'm like, wait, what?
My car, David, that I drove as a non-infant because I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, I had a cassette, one cassette, and it was one cassette player. I guess the CD player came with one, but I never could put one in.
My dad had like an old boom box that he used to rock.
I had a
from like high school,
and
I would borrow it and just like record stuff off the radio.
Never did
and
that.
like, and then I remember I think it was an aunt got me one of those. This takes me back, like one of those play school. It was a tape recorder.
Okay,
but it had like two little dingy microphones on it. And like
sticking out,
yeah, like they had like a yellow coil.
I haven't.
Like a yellow coil cord,
like you
and like there was a button.
Yeah,
like a little, it wasn't a strap or anything like that. It was like a handle.
Okay, yeah,
and like you could put tapes in and out.
What movie was it?
Yeah, and I would always like
Conjuring.
I would like super ghetto like before I figured out that you could like
put it up to the.
I would put it up to the speaker and hold it up, and like I used to make like my own little radio shows. Like I would do that, and then like when the song finished, I'd be like, oh, that was blah 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 blah, and I went through several tapes like that. And I bet if I found them,
I'm a year
want to hurt myself. I'm like, what are you doing?
You should try to find them and digitize them.
It's like, it was almost like there was even a point where like, before this was a thing, like it almost was kind of like semi-podcast-ish. Like,
well, it sounds more like a radio show.
It was more like that. But
the radio show evolved into the radio online, which then evolved into podcasts.
Yeah. But it's just really funny to think about because I haven't really...
Or really, our SS feed really was the bridge between those two.
Well, I'm telling you right now, a 5-year-old was not thinking about any of that.
I mean...
With his little play school tape recorder.
We would have different lives if you did. Sam would be a huge hit.
I can't even tell you some of the stuff. But preferred... music
all
medium?
I do is stream. I have a stack of CDs.
Yeah, I'm not...
No CD... I actually do have a CD player, but not in the sense of an actual, like, audio piece of tech. It's just a CD drive.
Like, I wouldn't consider myself like a purist by any means. Like, whatever is the most convenient thing to listen on, and digital's the thing right now. But
it's literally the only thing.
yeah, like I can't remember last time I busted out my CD player or like anything like that. But
last time I bought a CD.
I do like to have physical CDs as like a novelty
that's cool,
to collect. But that's
I like how you say as a novelty because that's
it's totally a novelty.
Yeah,
because like
vinyl, all that shit.
Yeah,
if you think you're cool because you have a vinyl player, cool. But it really is a novelty.
It is a novelty,
and
like
it's taking up half your living room.
Yeah, and there may be like a difference in quality, but it's like it's very subtle, if that.
Also,
to a normal person,
a negative difference in quality because you can ruin your vinyl.
Yeah, they'll depreciate over time with just
keep
wear and tear, and
that needle just keeps
just
doing
time.
Stuff.
Yeah,
let me scratch you for a half an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day for 5 years.
So it might be the superior medium for a time, but everything's bullshit. None of this matters.
Even streaming.
We're all going to die.
I think we're hitting the limit on streaming too.
You think so?
Well, it's just server space, right?
Oh, you mean like storage or like?
Server space, but not storage, but like.
Yeah.
Because people want better, even though they can't hear the difference between a high MP4.
Human ears
MP3
are only tuned so
wave.
well. Yeah.
All right, next question. If you could play one song this is not written. If you could play one song of your for a crowd of 100,000 people, which song would you play?
If you could play one song of yours.
It says your.
Well, it means yours. Or your own. Maybe they forgot a word.
That's what. I don't know if it's yours or your own.
Well, I'm assuming it's something you have ownership of.
I guess so because this is for musicians.
Something you've done that you would like to play.
If you could play one song of or it could be your choosing. Like, say you want to play,
take it how you want, David.
For a crowd of 100,000 people, which song would you play?
Okay, so
Every Time We Touch by Cascade.
There's a show, and
that's it. Every Time We Touch by Cascade. Yep.
Cascada. Cascada.
That's it.
Because every time we touch, I get this feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time
it's a banger. All right, that's enough. You can't sing anymore.
Can't you feel my heart?
There we go.
Beat fast.
Sing it or some Bass Hunter song. Fuck, I should have put some Bass Hunter song. Dota, that was such a good song.
All I ever wanted.
That's what I would pick.
Some bass. That'd be pretty funny.
But live, not just.
Not just like
a button,
hit play on
like the instrumentations of it. Yeah. What would you choose?
I don't know. We Are Who We Say We Are.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because nobody really knows that song, and they're like, "Hey, pull this out." And then we could share the stage together. Yeah. That'd be fun.
And I got this. I have a slower version of it, so it sounds better.
There we go. Cool.
Here's a good
Fresh
one for
to everybody.
Sam.
All right, David.
Is it okay to play a show in bare feet?
Fuck yeah. Of course.
I would say.
I guess it depends on the show.
Depends where you are playing. If you're on stage, 100% they're gonna make you. Unless you're like a superstar, because OSHA is a thing. And I would hate for someone to like cut their foot.
What if you like signed a waiver?
Then go ahead. But
I'm just going to do that every gig. I'm going to have a pre-signed piece of paper. I'm like, hey, I'm playing this barefoot.
You'd be like, no.
You're not liable. You're not liable. I fucked up. It's my fault if something happens.
Say no, you just cut your feet already. And be like, I'm already done.
What are you going to do?
Pre-existing condition. It's okay.
It's not your fault. I can perform still.
Out of pure safety, that's my only thing. But if I'm in like at a bonfire kind of something more casual, or like a really cool grass sandy place, but stage, man, people get rowdy, throw shit at you. I'm not
well, hold on a minute. I wouldn't say necessarily just nude barefoot. I'm talking sandals. I'll do sandals.
That's not bare feet though.
It is about as bare as you could get. Bare feet, I would consider it, but it's not like my preferred.
B-E-A-R, not B-A-R-E.
Oh,
so you're wearing you got big bare feet.
Oh, so you just got like just
bare
hair and claws. That'd be scary looking. That's like a.
I think all the people in bare teeth should have bare feet.
and paws and claws.
No, and teeth.
Bare teeth. Oh, it's like you something about your look has to match your name. Out.
Contact us. Yeah, I just out of pure safety. That's my only thing.
I'm all about comfort.
I'm fine with that, but like
I get it. I get your angle too.
And then walking to the stage from wherever you are too. Like if you're a Fans Warped Tour and there's just like beer and puke, and just what like I'm gonna be not okay.
What if you treat the stage like you're walking into a house, like you kick your shoes off at the stairs?
I will say this because we do it at exactly what I was about to say. We do Indian culture music, so that's the thing. They're not allowed to step on the rug.
Interesting.
So they take their shoes off, and in fact, the rug isn't supposed to even be on the floor.
We built a platform. Oh,
like 6 by 2 platform.
Interesting.
And that's what they use. They put the rug on it, and they walk up in shoes, take them off, and they make their students not wear shoes on the stage at all.
Oh, you know what?
So when I do this show, it's a line of shoes like in the back hallway.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So there is a time and place for it. But of course, this is more. No one's gonna get hurt.
But I'm saying that for everything. I think it does matter.
Here comes Blink 182. Get a rug.
Everybody rug up.
Yeah.
Here comes the
shoes
dirty
off.
feet. Yeah. But yeah, no, like I guess I'd be cool with it, but I would think the kind of setting does matter. Like if it was like you're playing in like a pool with live wires around, maybe don't do like
that. My
dream.
I'm already saying that.
I'm like it's the
you can do acoustic. No live wires, just you and your ook.
No,
in the water.
I want my microphone.
Nope,
strapped to my chest.
Someone's gonna put a piece of like a what's it called? The toilet roll.
I'm gonna do it.
Toilet roll.
I'm gonna do it in a diving suit, but with bare feet. And I'm just gonna be like, what is this? This is my nautical theme show.
You're probably gonna you're dying. All right. Okay, this is a random question. Should every member of the band be wearing a shirt at all times during the performance? I say if you're a drummer,
I was just going to say
do whatever you want.
I would say majority of the time, everyone should be at least moderately clothed. But the drummer, I would say they get some flexibility.
I think they don't have to answer no one.
No, because they have the most active job.
Because I sweat a ton. I just don't ever want my sweaty skin to touch my guitar.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get that.
I'd rather have my sweaty shirt touch my guitar.
At least a thin layer of something. Something, yeah.
Because one, it's not going to feel good on me. It's going to just slide around too. Ugh.
Give me a garbage bag. I'll cut a hole for my head.
I mean, that being said, you can do whatever you want, but I would say
personally,
drummers,
you'd get a pass from me.
They're
but everybody else, I'm like.
In fact, if drummers are wearing pants and a shirt, you're a psycho.
Yeah, I mean, like you don't sweat.
Yeah,
you don't. What are we playing? Is it like some smooth jazz? Just quarter notes the whole way through
Nickelback or something.
I'm just gonna do some light taps on the hi hat at like a 90 BPM.
90 BPM. 3/4 waltz. With a giant bass solo in the middle.
I would be surprised to see you in a shirt most of the time, or if not something very light. But yeah, everybody else at least something over your skin.
Yeah, just because sweat, and I think, but I guess singers don't really. But then it's like you can get sweat on your hand.
I think,
and if that microphone's not grounded right, you are going to get a hell of a shock.
And I know that's a thing for some singers too. But like, unless you're like a superstar, it always seems like a big show of vanity to me. I'm like, that's like. Come on, you don't need to do that. But you're just trying to show off your body or whatever.
They do get sweaty too. Yeah. But yeah. All right, next question. And this one's more of a, I would say, journalistic question. When you write a song, what do you write first? The chord progression, the vocal melody, or the lyrics?
Ooh.
What about the bass line, dude? Where's that?
Yeah, it really just depends. I know this is a different. Everybody's got a different answer for this question. So
I'm gonna say chord progression.
oh, for you?
Just in general.
Now, like, is it just like the general?
I wouldn't even say progression. I would just say the chord.
Like for the key of the song.
Because I don't like go, oh, this is going to be 1 4 5 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be 1 5 8 5. It doesn't really hit me, even though it probably should, because it's been done for hundreds of years, so it makes sense. You know, there's a way, there's formula.
I'm usually like a melody first.
Vocal melody, or just melody. Or
melody.
Or in terms of it's a melody and it may become a vocal melody.
Yeah,
or something
it could
else.
be whatever where it fits best.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then just work backwards from there.
Backwards or forwards?
Yeah, I guess it would be forwards. It's because it's not like you're deconstructing it more.
You're making it less.
Yeah. No, you add.
Or are you thinking of it as a pyramid, maybe?
I think of it like you're adding layers.
Yeah, so forwards.
Yeah, so forward would be the correct way.
I'm skipping some of these questions because it's just like non-relevant to us as musicians.
You hear that?
Well, one of them says, "What's the best seat in a van when going on tour?" That's
the driver's seat.
No,
because then you get to pick where because then you get to pick where you get food.
I mean,
yes,
depending on your band,
that would be my ultimate thing. Every
Is there
time.
an instrument you can't play that you wish you could?
All of them. That even goes for the ones I can play. I wish I could play them better. I feel like we've answered this on another thing before.
Probably. I would say singing, but in a like top 10, like Freddie Mercury.
You want to be like an amazing.
I want like 9 octaves.
Earth shatter.
I
oh
want
wow!
9 octaves.
You want like a Mariah Carey.
I want something
range.
insane, like an insane range. That's what I would.
I want people to shake when they hear my name.
I want to be able to sing 40 hertz and 40,000.
If I could just break a glass with my voice,
or
at 100 yards,
combine the glass,
have them melt together. Two glasses opposite ends of the table, just. Wow, I've never have seen that. So I don't think I would ever see that again either.
I would have to cause so much friction in the air.
I don't even understand the mechanics.
Actually, the physics, sir. The physics.
Whatever, dude.
There's no mechanics.
Science is not my thing.
How do magnets work?
It's like magic. It's magic.
People just say so. And they
All
work.
I know is it's like they really want to hug. That's what magnets do. They just really like each other. Or they don't. It's like, ew, keep away from me. It's like, oh my god, I can't get enough of you.
I'm glad
just
you
power
know.
hug.
I'm glad you know.
That's how I rationalize in my simple mind.
Magnets. What would your instrument be?
Probably piano.
Piano?
Because it's the most versatile. If you could figure out, especially if you could read piano, that translates to just about most things.
I mean, you gotta,
And like, I could appreciate the dexterity and all that stuff. And plus, it's always cool to see someone who's really good at piano. Either that, or I would say drums,
which is another dexterity.
Yeah,
multiple.
So they're just real applicable and very useful.
Drum music too. Reading drum music too.
Yeah, man.
It's always funny to look at.
Polyrhythms make my head hurt.
Can you do 5/4 in one hand?
Nope.
And 6/8.
Don't. I can't even comprehend what you just said. I'm too stupid.
Can you snap 5/4?
What?
With your left hand and 6/8 with your right.
No. I was about to try, and then you said 6. It's like
5/4 with one hand.
At what tempo?
Whatever tempo. I mean, it's not hard. Just snap 5 times.
3, 4, 5.
Okay.
1, 2.
Now 6,
3,
8 with
4,
your other hand.
5. No.
Just
I don't want to try.
4s. Just 2, 3, 4s.
No, I'm not doing it because I'm stupid. I can't. My brain doesn't work that way.
Too.
My brain barely works as is, David. Next question.
Which quality do you think is more important for a musician? A unique style or technical skill? Technical skill, I'm going to say that because ultimately there's one thing that will make you a really great musician. Scales.
See, I don't necessarily agree with that. Although I don't just say that's not true.
Like 90% of the best way to become a better musician, scales. I think Jeff Rayden said that, and I was like, that's true. Yeah. When I started learning my scales, I was like, wow, things are easier. And technically, Then you just speed it up.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I don't understand.
Like singing. Can you sing a scale? What?
Huh?
Can you sing a scale?
I can.
Is there a way other than just singing the note? Do you like saying
Saying a scale?
Fo, D, da.
What if you just say the notes?
C.
C, D, E, F, G, A,
I wish I had a tone generator to see.
Yeah,
if
you're
close.
you're so off. You're like,
I mean, I think you were on.
I mean, that was a scale. It's probably not the notes I was saying, but that is that is what a scale sounds like. That's a non-chromatic scale.
A452.
Yeah. You were actually very pitchy. That's not correct.
It's funny working with musicians. It's like they're like, yeah, that's a C.
Yeah, I'm like okay, fuck you and your perfect pitch or relative pitch.
All of them.
They're all yeah.
But then again, I'm at a music department, so it's like just a standard.
So like, can you read the question one more time?
What is more important for a musician?
I think.
What do you think? What quality? Sorry, I'm saying the question wrong. Which quality do you think is more important for a musician? So not just what's more important. Obviously, they're both important.
I know to have a working
style.
Foundation, so that involves like some technical know-how. That'll take you very, very far. But like if you actually want to like enjoy, I feel like you have to have some kind of like emotional connection to whatever you're doing.
And that's what you think.
And like and that kind of lends to a uniqueness where I'm like, it's like music's been around for centuries, and like the going thing is that everyone's like, oh, everything's been played, there's never going to be anything original. On some level I think that's true, but your voice is unique to you, and the way you do something isn't exactly the same as how somebody else would do it. So I think there's something in that, but yeah, no, that could go either way.
Next question. That's a stupid question.
It's all subjective.
So. Well, no, there was another question. Like, what do you think is better, loading in or loading out?
That's not a dumb question.
That's a stupid ass question.
I say
because
they're both stressful.
What I'm gonna say is, if you're at some point, you as a musician stop doing that.
Okay, if you make it big, sure.
Guys.
Yeah.
But there are some bands where it's like, no, you got to go do your own stuff. But there are definitely a ton of bands that just like walk in. Where's my stuff?
Well, I mean, like
those are huge bands, but then
there's
again,
ways you should do it, but that's not.
There are some people that don't understand that.
There's a cue.
If you're done, help someone else,
or just get your stuff off.
Giant fucking cart with everyone's stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, that's really hard to do because then you got to think of your car and all that. But
yeah, but just be a little helpful.
Being, what's it called? What's the word?
Not a selfish asshole.
There's a better word for that, but being, when you're just prepared, like, and then you're getting involved and helping and without being asked. And
I mean, I forget
what the word.
I don't know what all-encompassing word you're talking about, but that was a good description.
There's a word.
Proactive.
Are you self-taught or did you take lessons to learn your instrument? I took lessons to learn my old instrument, but then I self-taught guitar.
Yeah, all my middle school, high school stuff was all, proper school stuff. So all my brass instruments and some percussion stuff.
I love the way you described it. Proper school.
I mean, it is stuff. Yeah, very, very formal.
Like the sentence just got really good, great.
Education just plummeting as the question goes along. But yeah, all my ukulele, guitar stuff, that's all self-taught.
Yeah. That being said, I would say those instruments are not as hard as brass.
Or woodwind instruments are just, it's a different kind of beast. Like, I don't know if I could pick that up with
if there was a guitar that you had to blow to work, that would be even harder.
Well, it's one thing to just blow into a thing, but like there's a mouth technique
you also have
for
to
all
have
these things
at the same exact time as your air and your tongue.
And there's just so many things that have to be working in tandem to make it just
I would say
sound like anything. Yeah, like reed instruments, like don't you have to like do? Is there like a weird lip thing
you can do
or
stuff differently? I mean, yeah,
like
you
I know,
have to roll.
like trumpets, trombones. There's like a lip buzzing.
Pressure, yeah.
Yeah, make
and then
mini
the
elephant
reed
sounds.
itself is you got to keep.
You got to get it to rattle,
a
right?
bunch of reeds.
Yeah,
and then
it's very, very technical
that's
stuff.
all. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but like guitars and string instruments,
not hard instruments, but they do require skill.
They're not hard instruments to grasp how you do it, but like if you want to be like
good at them,
very good at it.
Well, that's everything.
But you could still be self-taught, but it would take a long time.
And that's
for most people.
All the time we have.
Yeah.
With this musicians interview Poddeck from Poddeck Mobile App.
Good gracious.
Thanks for listening.
Keep drinking, keep listening. Beer Me That Beer is a San Diego-based craft beer YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and podcast show.
And for more of us, check out beardmethatbeer.com. That's beardmethatbeer.com. If you want to reach out directly to us, email us at bmtbinfo@gmail.com. That's bmtbinfo@gmail.com.